Hello and welcome to Combat Patrol Carnage. It's time for our game with issue 13, and we have some new we have some new rules to read before we deploy our Terminators in battle. So yeah, we learn some of the new rules for our captains. We also learn about attaching characters to units, as we have a unit that we can attach two characters to now, but only one at a time, sadly. We also have a few rules for the Von Rein's Leapers to look at. And then we have our mission where we get to deploy all our first company Marines in a battle for control of the battlefield against Terminators. So before we hit the table, don't forget to do all the usual: like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment down below, and of course don't forget to share this with your social medias and of course all your friends. If you know someone who's getting into Warhammer 40,000 and would like a nice easy way to drip feed them lore and rules, this is probably the playlist for you. So yeah, don't forget to get them also to subscribe to the channel for future videos. And finally, don't forget, Combat Patrol Carnage is proudly sponsored by warbay.shop, your one-stop supply for all your hobby needs. They have a large selection of new and used models and armies. They also have all your gaming aids and your painting supplies in one place. They're also stockists of Warhammer 40,000 Combat Patrol, as well as all previous part works from Hachette for Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar. So check them out, there's a link in the video description for you, and who knows, you might find your next hobby project at a bit of a discount. Alright, let's drop these Terminators into battle, and we'll find out just how good they actually are. Here we are then, back with issue 13 for the final time. So it's time for game and rules. So we got our dice tray with all our tokens, data cards, etc. Battle mat and range ruler. And of course, we've got this issue's finished squad of Terminators, including a teleport Homer. So yeah, looking good. We'll just see how deadly Terminators can be in a bit. There's Sergeant Castus. But before we do, we have a bit about rules to look at first. So let's adjust the camera and dive in. So here we go, skipping over and into our rules section. So first off, we're looking at some special rules, and this is all about leaders. Battles are won by great warriors. Wars are won by great leaders. On the tabletop, leaders are a special kind of unit who are not just great combatants in their own right, they are also used to upgrade and enhance the abilities of your units. In this guide, you'll learn all about how leaders work and how to get the most out of them. Units that are leaders. So far, you have received two leaders, the Space Marine Librarian and Captain. These units, and any future units you receive, have the leader keyword at the bottom of the datasheet. Leaders generally work best when paired with a unit, compared to being a solo character, such as a Tyranid Prime. So here we see we have the Terminator squad, and during deployment we can choose to attach either the Librarian or the Space Marine Captain, but we can't attach more than one character. Joining units when and how. Leaders join units before the game begins. Let your opponent know which leader is paired with which unit before your battle. A leader's datasheet will tell you which units they are able to join. Both Space Marine leaders can only join the Terminators. You can only attach one leader to each unit unless a rule instructs you otherwise, so choose wisely. So as we see on the Captain's data card, can be attached to Terminator Squad. Hopefully they'll be updated to say Terminator Assault Squad. I think the full version does say Terminator Assault Squad, but we haven't got new models for them yet. So now we have a look at the leader abilities. So first off, we've got Veil of Time. Leaders are often provide valuable benefits to the units they are joined. The Librarian confers the Veil of Time ability. This gives models in that unit the sustained hits 1 ability. This means that every time you roll a 6 to hit with those weapons, it counts as 2 hits. This applies to both melee and ranged weapons, as well as the attacks used by the Librarian himself, including Smite. So you can see here, Veil of Time. While his model is leading a unit, weapons equipped have sustained hits 1 ability. And in the example below even, so the Librarian's Smite rolls 3 dice, so 1 miss, 2 hits, but the 6 generates an additional hit. The Librarian's attached to Terminator Squad, so the Assault Cannon hits with 5 out of its 6 shots, but 2 of those are 6s, so he gains an extra 2 hits. And yeah, we just cover what I've just said there. Unstoppable Valor. The Space Marine Captain in Terminator armor is a master of shock assaults. This is represented on the tabletop by the Unstoppable Valor rule. Whether he's fighting solo or leading the Terminators, charge rolls made for the Captain in Terminator armor and his unit may be re-rolled, giving you another chance to succeed. Use it if you like getting up close and personal with your Terminator unit. In the example here, we see the charge roll for the Captain and his unit against the Prime is a fail on a 4, but due to his ability, they've re-rolled into an 8, which is a success. Attacking a unit with a leader. Once a leader has joined a unit, they cannot leave it for any reason. They are, for all gameplay purposes, the same unit, and must move, charge, attack, and so on at the same time. However, when you are allocating wounds to a unit with a leader, you cannot allocate a wound to that leader until every model in the unit has been destroyed. Once every other model in the unit is dead, the leader stops benefiting from any abilities that take effect when they are leading a unit. So as we see here, Terminators are receiving incoming fire. 4 wounds have gone through, which will kill a single Terminator and wound another. So we can't hurt the Space Marine Captain until all the other Terminators have been wiped out. Finally then, it's only fair the Tyranids get a little bit, so we have Stealth and Fight First. So Stealth, now you have a few more games under your belt, you can start including more unit special rules in your battles. One example is the leader ability that you've been reading about. Another great rule is Stealth. The Stealth rule represents advanced cloaking equipment, chameleonic skin, or simply a great skill at hiding. Anytime a unit makes a shooting attack against a unit with the Stealth rule, they must subtract 1 from the hit roll. Your Von Ryan's Leapers have Stealth, meaning that as they advance on the enemy, they'll be harder to shoot down. Fights First. Your Von Ryan's Leapers also have the Fights First ability. This is a very powerful rule that allows a unit to almost always strike before their foes. A unit with Fights First rule may always be chosen to fight during the first part of the fight phase, alongside any units that have charged. You can still only choose a unit to fight once in each fight phase, even if it has the Fights First rule. A unit with Fights First can even strike before any enemy unit that charged it. This gives you a great opportunity to deal damage to the enemy before you are target. So previously I've been doing charging take priority. Now we have the full coverage of Fights First. We see that these can actually go before any and all charges. So in the fight phase, both players will fight, so fight first unit. So players alternate choosing units. They start by choosing units that charged and units with the fight first ability. Then do remaining combat. So right, it's time to move to our scenario 9, which is Burden of Command. A large Tyranid force has gathered, but the Space Marines are stretched thin. It falls to the veterans of the First Company and their Terminator armored commanders to break the swarm and secure some vital operational breathing room for their comrades. In this mission, your aim is to defeat a much larger Tyranid force of the elite detachment of Space Marines, or if you're playing the Tyranids, to destroy a more elite force through cunning and weight of numbers. In this mission, you'll use the rules for attaching leaders for the first time. Choose wisely is the key to victory. Gather your forces. You'll need data sheets for all your Tyranids and all your Terminator armored Space Marines. Use the leader rule, choosing which leader you want to attach to Terminators. Then deploy the unit and then the leader in the other deployment zone. So as we see, we have 2 different zones. In this mission, you score victory points as following: 5 for 1 objective, 5 for 2 objectives. In addition, the Tyranid player can score 5 if they kill a Space Marine leader unit. So 10 bonus points for the Tyranids. We only have 2 objectives, 2 pieces of terrain, and yeah, we got all our deployment models there. So, our usual example turn, covering Space Marines and Tyranids turn 1. We actually start with the Tyranids this time around. So, I've got a quote here, let's get the quotes out of the way. The Tyranids will expect us to split our forces. This we must do. The Tyranids will expect us to be overwhelmed. This we cannot do. Whether you stand alone or with your battle brothers at your side, stand you must. For if you allow yourself to fall in battle, your comrades will surely be overrun. Courage and honor. Pretty cool. Battle tip there about charging and fighting. So only 2 units, the Space Marine player must split their force and take both objectives. Otherwise the Tyranids will win on points. Space Marine captain charges of unwise leapers. Even though he has charged, they have fight first and get to fight before him. They inflict 2 wounds. However, when he attacks back, he is able to slay a leaper. So yeah, pretty cool. Right, let's set up and we'll get on and play our latest mission. So here we are, set up, ready for our battle. I have actually played this scenario through when we had the power cut last weekend, and I'm going to hope to go for a Tyranid victory this time around, because the Space Marines just wiped the floor with them last time. But yeah, it's not all that even. You do really need some proper cunning to win it out for the Tyranids. So we will try our best to go for a Tyranid victory, but I don't think it's going to be happening. So for character-wise, I've attached a Librarian to the Terminators. Partly, he is a squishy unit, and on his own, he tends to get wiped out. But unlocking sustained hits is a brilliant benefit. The Captain, on the other hand, he's a pretty powerhouse, especially with that reroll of charge now. So he's good on his own for the moment. So, as the magazine says, Tyranids will kick things off. So here we go then for Tyranid turn 1. So no points are scored, so straight to moving. So with movement, I've moved everything up. Leapers are just on the camera there on objective 2. Prime is moved up and he's going to try and charge the Captain. Termagants and Barbgaunts Termagants are moved, Barbgaunts are staged still, and we're now going to open fire onto the Terminators. We'll start with the light fire. So that's 12, 18. The back guy is just in, so yeah, we get 10 shots from the Termagants. Hitting on 4s, a little better, 6 hits. Wounding on 4s, strength 5, tough 5. Ooh, that's a good amount of wounds. 4. Terminators at 2+ save. And yeah, they pass all of them. Barbgaunts will get 5d6 shots, +1 because they haven't moved. And they haven't rolled very well either. So 2 1s becoming 2 2s, a 4 becoming a 5, 2 4s becoming 2 5s, and a 3 becoming a 4. Okay, we do hit on 3s because we haven't moved. That is 11. And again, strength 5, tough 5. So 4's to wound. Wow, we're done pretty good. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds. Might lose some Terminators. 2 up saves. We have lost a Terminator. So 3 fails. We'll take off the guy at the back because he's not going to be much good now that he's dead. That's pretty much it for shooting, charging. Then we want a 9. Can we get a 9? No, we cannot. We got a 3 instead. So that makes it over to the Space Marine's turn. So again, command phase, nothing. There's no battle shock needed. There's no objectives we control, so no points are scored. Straight to movement then. So Space Marine movement is literally everybody just moved up normal. We'll start with the captain. 4 shots on the Stormbolter into the Wings Prime. Hitting on 2s. 2 shots, wounding on 5s. Ow, 2 wounds. 2 4+ saves. Fails 1. Captain Stormbolter's only 1 damage, so 1 damage to the Tyranid Prime. Right, Terminators and the Librarian. So the Assault Cannon, I think, will split into the Tyranid Prime, and then all the Stormbolters plus the Smite will go into Termagants. So D6 shots for the Smite is out of the tub for 5. Hitting on freeze. This is the non-hazardous version. 3 misses. Strength 5, tough, freeze, no wounds, okay. So, Smite was no good, so we'll move to Stormbolter shooting, so 4 shots each guy, for 4 members, the Librarian including. So, must remember we have sustained hits, so 6 to hit are additional hits. So we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we have gained 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've only missed once. And freeze the wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 misses for a total of 10 wounds. This could be enough to wipe the unit. 5+ saves. See how we go. They made 1. Yeah, okay. They are very definitely dead. Except for the last guy who will leave right at the back. So, 1 lone termagant all on his own. Really does show that sustained hits is good. Getting all those extra hits in guarantees a bit more damage. Speaking of damage, let's see if we can damage the Tyranid Prime again. With the Assault Cannon. So hitting on 3, 6s are an extra hit, which we need. We've missed 4 times. But we do have 1 6, so 3 hits. Strength 6, toughness 6, no 5, so freeze. Only 1, but it is a 6, which is a devastating wound, so he can't save this. And the Assault Cannon is still only damage 1. Still, that's 2 wounds on the Prime that our captain can hopefully finish off in combat. So I don't think he's going to fail this charge. Nope, the 4 is enough. So we won't see his reroll until possibly later on. So he charges in, 6 attacks with his Relic Blade, hitting on 2s, dropping 2, and wounding on 4s. But they all wound, so that's cool. Prime then only has 2 6-up saves, because it's -2. And no, he's toast. That was 4 fails. Bleh. And yeah, that's pretty much how it happened in my trial game. The Prime died to the charging captain. That's it for turn 1, though. We'll move to Tyrannid turn 2, and we've got a battleshock test to do first. So, Termagant's battleshock leadership is 8+. Oh, pass with a 10 now. One little dude is brave. There's not going to be any moving, except for one little Termagant. He'll move 6 and try and tie the Terminators up. Leapers, though, have scored us 5 points for being on the objective. And I think we will move out and try and tie up that captain to stop him from scoring points. Well, coming to kill us anyway. So with that done, it's shooting, 1 Termagant shot. Hits. And wounds. 2+ save. In the tray, please. It's saved. 5d6 + 1 barbed launch shots. That's a little better. Six. 11. 17. That's a lot. I'll count that. So 26 shots hitting on freeze. We haven't moved. That's good because there's quite a lot of freeze in that. And wounding on 4s. Because we're strength 5, tough 5. Come here. So that is 4, 8, 10 again. Six, 8, 10. 10, 2+ saves on our Terminators. We failed 2, so one guy has taken 2 wounds. This dude over here. Well, that's it. Charges then, it's the Leapers. Ow. Yeah, a double 1 charge is actually enough. We'll only get... If I move him that way, he can then pile in 3 around the corner. And our Termagant, he's probably going to need a 6. A 7 should be enough. Yeah, he's going to go charging and die horribly. So we'll pile in with the 1 Leaper that can, around that way. 18 attacks. Striking first before the captain can. Hasn't done very well. We've dropped 7. Wounding though on string 5, toughness 5, 4s. 4 have got through. Oh dear. -1 though on this, so captain's 3+ save. He's dropped 1 damage to the captain. Termagant then, it's a fight. It's 1 attack. Hits. But doesn't wound. And then the Space Marine player can choose its fight. So we'll go with the Terminators. We'll do 4 attacks with the Sergeant's Power Sword, because I think that's all we're going to need. So we'll pile in. Hitting on 3 with a sustained hit, getting all 4 hits. And wounding on strength 5, tough 3, freeze. Ow, all fail, okay. We are going to need a power fist, so only the one power fist is actually in base contact. He misses 2, but has a sustained hit and kills on 2s. There we go, it's dead. Well, yeah, -2 on its 5+ save is dead. We won't consolidate because we want to stay within 3 of that objective. Captain then fighting back against the Leapers. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s for only... yeah, strength 5, tough 5, only 1. Oh dear. -2 is a 6+ save. Fail. 2 damage to a single Leaper. So there we go. On to Space Marine turn 2. We will score 5 points for holding an objective for the Terminators. We can't hold the other one at the moment, but we do get to do a lot of movement and stuff. So let's go back to the movement. So we've moved away from the objective for the moment because we're going to try shooting the barbed gaunts with everything, and then we'll charge and help the captain out here. So D6 smite for 3, hitting on 3s, missing once but getting a sustained hit. And wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, -1. So 4 up down to a 5 up on the barbed gaunts. Fails. D3 damage. Can we get enough to kill a single barbed gaunt? No, we've only got only got 1. So 1 wounded barbed gaunt. We then get 6 assault cannon shots. Ooh, nice. Missing twice, but getting 2 sustained. And strength 6, toughness 4, 3s. 1 devastating, 3 regular. So that will kill the injured barbed gaunt. And then we have 3 saves of 4. Ooh, made 2. And 1 more fail. So that's another wound. And now we need to pick them off with Stormbolter shots. So 4 4s. Ouch, we've missed a lot. But we have got 2 sustained hits. And 4s. Oh, we've wounded quite a bit. 7. 4 up saves. Failed 3, so that kills the wounded and another one. Cool, that'll cause battle shock. On to charging. Terminators will charge into the Leapers with a 7. So we'll get 1 guy all the way to there. Leapers will fight first. They now have to choose whether they'll go for the Terminators or the Captain. We do have a injured Terminator, so if we can kill him, that's less attacks coming in. So we'll try that out. 18 attacks on the Terminators, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. That's a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Ow. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4 down to 3. 1, 2. So that'll be the injured one dead and one other dead. Yeah, we'll take the assault cannon off. He's not doing much at the back there. So we do still have some Terminators. Oh, what's the point? I might have to take him off and leave the assault cannon. Otherwise, that will be a bad choice for when it comes to battle shock. I might move Pylian for the librarian and him, but yeah, okay. Next up then, we got the Terminators as they charged. So Sergeant's 4 attacks, the power sword, hitting on freeze, missing 1 but getting a sustained hit, wounding on strength 5, tough 5 4s, 2, -2, 6 up saves, pass 1, failed 1, that's enough to fell a leaper. So Librarian and Power Fist Terminator will now need to pile in, and they can get to there. 3 attacks to the Power Fist, missing entirely. And 4 attacks to the Force Axe, hitting all of them, but also getting a sustained hit. Wounding on Strength 5, Tough 5 4s, 2. And -1, so that'll be a 5 up. Out the tray. Out the tray. Come on, in the tray. Oh, passed. Damn it. And the only thing left to do is the Captain with his Relic Blade. 6 attacks. Come on. Missed half of them. Wounding on 4s. 2. -2, so it's only a 6 up. Both fail. That'll be enough to kill a single leaper. There we go. Not looking good for either side, really. We need Battle Shock on these guys, Battle Shock on them, Battle Shock on them. It's going to be a heck of a turn. So, with that, we'll move on to Tyranids. Turn 3. Movement. Not a lot of movement to do. I'm going to move... Battle Shock first. Barb Gaunts. Leadership 8+. Oh, that's a 3. Can we get a 5? No, we can get a 6. That's even better. And the Leapers. Also an 8. They're fine as well. Terminator squad is 6+, just with a 6, and that's it. Everybody else is fine. When I say everybody else, I mean the Captain. So movement is I don't see the point moving anything, though we do need to get points or objectives, which we're not going to get. We can't shoot at anything, so we will, I think, advance towards this objective. Let's hope we get a high roll. 5, so that's an 11, which gets them to that objective. And on to the fight phase. It's a single leaper. Striking at Captain. Wow, missing 4 times. Wounding once. 3+ save on the Captain. No. 1 damage. And yeah, we're just going to pulverize that poor leaper. Go on, Captain, get the kill. 5, 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. Ow. Missing 3. Coming here. Wounding on 4s. 2 of them. 6 up saves. No, he's dead. Skewered like a Tyranid kebab. Then we can consolidate, which is fine, because we want to consolidate towards those guys. Captain won't consolidate. So, over to Space Marine's turn. Captain is going to advance towards Objective 1 with an 11 again. I know he's good in a fight, but I think the Librarian and the Terminators can hold off those Barbgaunts. So, 4, 5, 6 assault cannon shots. Hitting on freeze. Missing 1, but getting a sustained hit. Wounding on freeze. Nothing. Wow. 2 extra dice, because 8 rapid fire bolter shots. Hitting on freeze. Missing 3 times, but getting 2 sustained hits. Wounding on 4s for only 2. 4 up save. Failed 1 damage. Charging then. Oh no, smite, sorry. D6 shots into the tray, please, for 4. Hitting on freeze. All hit, no sustained. Wounding on freeze. 3 of them. Minus 1, so 5 up save. Oh, passed 2. And failed the other one. D3 damage. Will only kill a single guy, because that's the only one there's one that's wounded. Meaning we can charge the last guy on a 5, yeah. Sergeant will get to there. Assault cannon will get in. So Librarian. Pile in phase. Sergeant moves in. 3 attacks of Power Fist. Let's see if we can do it this time. 2 hits. There we go. It's not double. Yes, it is. It's 8 to toughness 4. So 2s. 2 of them. Minus 2. So 4 down to a 6. He could survive. No, he can't. Splat. Punched to the floor. We did score nothing in the start of our turn, but we will score maximum points, plus we have wiped the board. So yeah, that is a Space Marine victory, even though I did try to make it a Tyranid one. If I had used the original footage I'd done for shooting, in which I'd forgotten about sustained hits, the Termagants would have had 6 guys left and would have had a bit more of a threat on the Terminators. Sadly, I did the redo and it was 9 dead in 1 round of shooting. But yeah, there we are. We've learnt the Terminators, we've learnt sustained hits, we've learnt about attaching characters. It's a pretty good game all over. So back to the magazine for the outro and our next combat patrols. So here we go then into our magazine one last time. And we got a Space Marine victory. The Terminators continue their assault even as the Tyranids scatter and flee. They smash through every last trace of the Tyranid infestation, stopping only to request more ammunition. These veterans may have won this battle, but there are many more Tyranids to kill. Already the hive mind is preparing for reinforcements, which is what we're getting next. So, Casus' Rampagers totally rampaged the Tyranids, and yeah, definitely proved their mettle. But what is our next combat patrol? So we have issue 14, so this is the last issue of Delivery 4. And yeah, looking forward to that. We get 2 paints, Rack of Flesh and Screen of Pink. We are painting Purity Seals and Tongues. So not a lot, but something. There's more Silver Templars, there's new special abilities to look at, and we're trying out Deep Striking for the first time. In issue 15, we get the Psychophage, our biggest Tyranid model yet. It is the start of Delivery 5, in which we do get our first premium kit if you are a premium subscriber. So we'll get a bigger Tyranid in the form of the Hive Tyrant in that kit, in that set. So we have a new short story. We also get our next set of data cards, which have some terrain cards. We cover what terrain does and how it affects your games. We build and paint our Psychophage, but we don't deploy it until issue 16, which is another paint issue. Getting Mephisto Red and Squig Orange, so we'll probably be doing lenses, capes, possibly the Tyranid guns in that issue. That's a fair ways off. Soon see, as I should be getting my next delivery very soon, because it's been pushed forward due to the Christmas. But yeah, there we have it. Right, I'll bring the Terminator squad back in, and yeah, that'll be it for the issue. So there we have it. That was the battle for issue 13. Terminators have proven their worth, and we're going to add more detail to them very soon, as we're going to start painting all of the purity seals. As you can see on the guy who painted, we got one here, one down here. So yeah, there's a lot to paint in the next issue. Yeah, looking forward to the next delivery, which should be very soon. I will keep you posted. There will be an unboxing, of course. It'll be interesting to see what the future magazines have. Contents-wise, there's some nice stuff I've read on the website, as it's shown up to issue 19, which is the Parasite and Mortrex. So yeah, some good content to come. But that's it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And I will see you next time on more Combat Patrol Carnage. Goodbye.